That's the way she goes. A quote I live by. And a quote now that resembles Portugal's loss in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That's the way she goes. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed. If they got knocked out by Croatia, I probably would be more upset. Losing to Spain in the round of 16, I knew it was going to be a tight game. I expected Portugal to win, obviously. I'm supporting them. I support Ronaldo. I knew it was going to be a tough game. If they got out in the round of 32, I would be disgusted. And I know Croatia's a good side. I understand that. But that team should not go out in the round of 32. They haven't played well all tournament. They did not play well, minus the Uzbekistan game. They did not play well all tournament. They put themselves in this position. I don't know if it's the midfield. I don't know if it's the defense. I don't know if it's the coaching. I don't know what it is. The team just didn't gel together. And we have Cristiano Ronaldo exiting his final World Cup. He also said that last World Cup. 2022 was his last World Cup, which it wasn't. He played this one. I'm going to make a separate video about Ronaldo and Portugal, but I'm going to talk about just them getting eliminated today and everything. That game, it was not a barn burner. If you watch puck, you know, a barn burner, basically classic high scoring game back and forth. A barn burner in football terms would have been Mexico, England yesterday night. That's a barn burner. This game today, Spain, Portugal, was not a barn burner. This was a game of two teams who were playing very scared, playing very nervous, playing very defensive, also playing just not to their potential, I would say. Both sides, not just Portugal, Spain too. And I know Spain's banged up, no Nico Williams, I get that. He would have been an X factor in that game for sure, but I guess now you could say, well, before the game started, thankfully for Portugal, he's not playing, but it is what it is now. They're moving on, and he's probably gonna get the treatment, and he's gonna play next round. I just don't understand how Portugal has this much talent, and they just couldn't find a way to exceed and proceed with just the ability that they have. They have one of the best rosters in the tournament. And I know you want to talk about the midfield. I know the midfield has been piss. That midfield this tournament was piss poor. Bruno Fernandes, like I said in videos past, Premier League Player of the Year, unreal for Manchester United. Once he puts on the Portugal jersey, I don't know what happens to the guy. Vitinha, back-to-back Champions League winner. João Neves, back-to-back Champions League winner. I'm not going to talk shit about Nuno Mendes because without him, Portugal would have been probably done for early on. He was probably their best player all tournament. And that's not crazy to say. This guy's a left winger. He's in the midfield. He's in the left back position. He's everywhere. Once Nuno Mendes went down in that game, Portugal fell apart. I am just upset that they lost, obviously. And I'm not Portuguese. Look, I'm wearing a fucking Portugal hat, dude. I'm not Portuguese in the slightest. I'm Greek and Italian. I'm born in Canada. I have no Portuguese roots. I never done an ancestry test. Nor am I gonna, because I don't want the government to fucking clone me. Maybe I have Portugal roots deep down. But I have been playing football my entire life. I played competitively since I was 7 years old until this day. Was that a moth? Is that my dad? Damn. That was crazy. I have no roots to Portugal, but I will say I am part Cristiano Ronaldo. And I know a lot of people, like myself, and don't get me wrong, I have been a Ronaldo fan. Ask my boys. Ask Joe Thane. Ask any of my friends. Ask my brother. Ask anybody. I have been the biggest Ronaldo jock sniffer. No Diddy, full pause, rewind it. I'm the biggest Ronaldo fucking fanboy you'll ever meet. I support Portugal because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo says this is his last tournament, his last international World Cup presence. I'm going to get into more detail about Ronaldo and how I think he's somehow going to be in the next World Cup. Like, I just feel like he's going to be there. But that's a different topic for a different day. Portugal today not even just today, the entire tournament, they really just did not perform like we expected them to do. They were rated as probably the best midfield in the tournament, and they did not perform at all. And say what you will about the group, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and Congo. First game of the World Cup, they tied Congo. And look what Congo did to England. Congo almost beat England. If it wasn't for Harry Kane. Whatever. Colombia, great side. Uzbekistan, they're buns. They're dust. They're piss. They had no chance. But for Portugal to go into the knockout stages with a 1-1-1 record, with that roster, with that much talent, is disgusting. And if you want to blame Roberto Martinez, I don't know. You want to blame Cristiano, the whole entire media, every single game Portugal's played this tournament. It all relies on Cristiano Ronaldo and how he did this and he did that. The hate for this guy is just absolutely outrageous. Like, dude, this guy is just... What business does a 41-year-old multi-billionaire, yes, that's billion with a B, have any doing in being in a World Cup? His 6th World Cup. Like, for what reason? He just wants to win with the country. He wants to win the World Cup. And they fall short in the round of 16. It's quite shocking to me how... I know, we could get into the game. I guess we could go there. Like I said, the game was a snooze fest. Both sides were just playing very defensive, very scared football. Spain had some unreal opportunities, and Diego Costa, like, my gosh, bro, like, without him, Portugal would be cooked. And they give up a little defending 101 goal in the 90th minute +2 to a guy who just got subbed on 5 minutes prior. Did Portugal have their chances? Sure, Ronaldo had a good chance. He almost scored a semi-bicycle kick, but I don't know. And towards the end of the game, Bernardo Silva, who came on, almost scored the tying goal, who also caused the game-winning goal for Spain. I'm lost for words, really, in this performance for Portugal. Not just this game, the entire World Cup as a whole. I expected so much more from this Portugal side to succeed. I thought Portugal should have done what Argentina did, what France did, and just mop their group. And I know Colombia's a good team. I get that. Tying DR Congo, and listen, I get it. African football, European football, different. And I know Congo parked the bus literally the entire game before it even started. Congo was hoping for a draw. England found a way to beat Congo. Harry Kane found a way to beat Congo. Portugal, I would like to think, is a better side than England. They did not perform to what we expected them to do. And that costed them a lot. And tying that game against Colombia, which put them on the left side of the bracket, which brought them to go play Spain. Say what you will about the bracket. If Portugal was on the left side, if they were on the right side, if they ended up playing England, no matter where Portugal would have went in the bracket-wise, in the knockout stages, they would have faced adversity. They would have either had to play fucking England or Colombia or Argentina, or you go on this side, you're going to have to play Spain and you're going to have to play France. Because you know France is probably going to go to the semis. Unless they lose to Morocco. The team today, they disappointed a lot of people who support Portugal. People who are Portuguese as a whole obviously want to see their country win. But for someone like myself, I'm not an outsider to Portugal. I am just a Cristiano Ronaldo stan. And if you don't know what the definition of stan is, go search it up. Shout out Eminem. To me, this doesn't change Ronaldo's legacy, and I'm gonna make a different video about Ronaldo, but the team today, Ronaldo, this entire tournament was not the problem. Cristiano Ronaldo was not the problem this tournament. As much as the media wants to fucking say all this madness about him, and how he's holding the team back, he's doing this, he's doing that. Cristiano Ronaldo today was not the problem. The problem is Portugal is so scared to take shots outside the box. I don't recall, minus like maybe 2 times I saw Portugal this entire tournament, not just today, the entire tournament, fucking let her rip outside the 18. They played scared football. I don't understand where Portugal was, or what the game plan was, or what Roberto Martinez had drawn up in the locker room. Portugal is eliminated from the World Cup, and it's quite shocking. I thought they were going to win the World Cup. And is that a bunch of Ronaldo bias on my end? Obviously. And if you are a Ronaldo hater, go ahead, say your bullshit. Nobody cares what you have to say. Like, truly, nobody gives a fuck. You want to hate watch Ronaldo, you want to hate on Cristiano. He's done 10 times more than your favorite player has ever done. Okay? So, I don't want to hear Thierry Henry fucking yap his mouth off talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and this, that, the other. The problem wasn't Cristiano. The problem was how this so-called best midfield in the tournament always chose to pass backwards, pass to the wings, pass back, pass to the wing, pass back, pass to the center backs, pass to the goalkeeper, pass to the wing, back to the midfield. They just did not abuse the winger depth that they have. And I know they're not a France. I understand that. But you still have some talented guys who could do something. Pedro Neto did nothing all tournament. Rafael Leao had his moments. Obviously, he's got the game-winning assist for Gonzalo Ramos' goal against Croatia. I just don't think Portugal, as a team, used their players to their best ability. There's no way you could sit here and tell me that Portugal put out their best performance. Like, they didn't. And I don't know what the game plan was going against Spain here today. I don't understand what the game plan was. It looked like both teams, like I said, were scared to take chances, but Spain still took their chances. And Diego Costa once again stood on his head. And Portugal, unfortunately, did not take their chances. The only time Portugal took their chances was when they were down 1-0 with in the 90th minute, +7, +8, whatever it was, +6. I don't know what it was. I'm already blocking out from that game. I don't want to think about it. It made me sick to my stomach. How you give up a goal like that in the 90th minute. And this is what's crazy. If it goes to extra time, when they get the rest and all the ads come up and they have time to just regroup as a squad. That goal Spain scored, you can't allow that. You can't let that happen. Bernardo Silva comes on, causes the goal. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 or 5 Portugal players facing the opposite direction of where the ball was placed for the free kick. They're complaining. Next thing you know, the ball's in the Portugal 88. The ball's in the fucking Portugal's box, and it's in the back of the net. And then now you're playing desperate. And I know Portugal went down against Croatia 1-0, but they had time. They had time to regroup. They had time to come together as a team and put on a performance where you're desperate. I'm sorry, but when you're facing teams like Spain and you're down 1 goal with 5 minutes left in the entire game, you don't have a half, you don't have 60 minutes, you don't have 70 minutes. They dug themselves a hole where they couldn't get out of all tournament. And it's just so upsetting. And here's the thing, if Ronaldo was in Portuguese, I wouldn't be talking about fucking Portugal right now. Unless I was Portuguese. I'm not Portuguese. I'm part Cristiano Ronaldo, dude. Like, it is what it is. If you know me, you know me. This guy, I love him so much, dude. I've been, and I'm not one of these newer kids who hopped on the Ronaldo bandwagon during the TikTok era, like the I Show Speeds of the world. And shout out to him, he's putting football on the map in America, whatever. Like, this guy's, like, people like him, they watch football from TikTok and then Ronaldo does a suey, I'm gonna do the suey, I love Ronaldo. People like myself, I like my boys like Tom Furlano, Jake Montesano, Joe Thane, like guys who love Cristiano Ronaldo, guys who played football their entire lives. They know, like, we have all grew up with this guy. We've watched Ronaldo do magical things in his career. And to see him go out like this in the round of 16, fuck, dude, it's really sad. It's really sad, and I don't have a dog in the fight anymore in the World Cup. Who do I want to see win? I don't know. Holland, Norway would be sick. A Norway-Morocco final would be sick. A Colombia-Morocco final would be sick. As a Madrista, do I want to see Mbappe win another World Cup? Sure, of course. Now, obviously, I want Ronaldo to win over anybody. But, like, now I don't have a dog in the fight. But and there's people who are like, you know what, if we go out to Spain, if Portugal loses to Spain, that's a W for Portugal, right? You lost to Spain, one of the favorites to win the World Cup. I think that's ludicrous. I think if you think that Portugal losing to Spain is a W for Portugal, I think that's ludicrous. I think Portugal should have went on to the final. I think Portugal could have went to the final. I think Portugal could have won the World Cup. But their tactics, their game plan, did just not work out at all. And I still don't know what their game plan was this entire tournament. I don't understand what they were trying to do this entire time. They're literally down 1-0 in the 90th minute. And They're passing backwards still. Why were they passing backwards the entire tournament? What tactic is that? You're down 1-0 and you need to score a goal. Why is the ball not getting put into the box to feed Cristiano or anybody for that matter? Fucking Bernardo Silva, one of the smallest guys on the pitch, almost got the tying goal. Why are we passing backwards at all times? I don't understand the tactics that Portugal thought they were going to win the World Cup with. I don't get it. I don't understand. And what was the result of Portugal losing today? I wouldn't say Spain dominated. They didn't. Lamine Yamal did nothing all game. He did fuck all other than send a couple pizzas and cupcakes. This guy was sending intercepted passes all game. He did nothing. So it wasn't like Spain dominated Portugal. They didn't. They didn't. Both teams were so equal today. And they just let up a squeaker in the 90th minute, unfortunately, out of all times. For it to happen, it happened in the 90th minute. It's the way she goes, man. Like I said, I'm going to make a video about Ronaldo in Portugal, but I think he'll be back in the next World Cup. I'm not saying he's a starter as a 45-year-old man. I don't think he's going to start for Portugal. I would love to see him start, obviously. I would love to see him just play until I would love to see Ronaldo play till I'm dead, and then he can retire. So that's what Ronaldo means to me, but that's just me. And all the Ronaldo hate watchers, all the Ronaldo haters probably love this, right? Of course. Just classless hooligans. If you hate on Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know how you could. Like, I would never hate on Lionel Messi, right? But Lionel Messi fans hate on Cristiano. It is what it is. When you're the most famous football player of all time, when you are, in my opinion, the greatest football player of all time, and no matter what, if he doesn't win a World Cup ever, because he will be back for the 2020s. Oh, fuck me, 2026, 2030 World Cup. When Portugal does win the World Cup and Ronaldo is involved in some sort of way, all you Ronaldo haters can kick rocks and lick my bag and sit to the side of the fucking road and lick concrete and gum off the floor. It's a shame that Portugal did not exceed their expectations this World Cup. It was fun though. Don't get me wrong, man. It was some of the most emotional up and down roller coasters ever. For me personally, being a Ronaldo fan, I'm only watching Portugal for Ronaldo. I'm not Portuguese. I don't have ties to them. So, but I just wanted to see Ronaldo win. But I'm glad he has a Euro Cup. A Euro Cup where they were against all odds. A Euro Cup where Ronaldo single-handedly carried that team to win that Euro Cup. 2 Nations Leagues, say what you want about the Nations League. Ronaldo, for Portugal, has done way more than any player in the Portuguese history. And they have players like Deco Paleta, Figo. The list goes on and on and on and on. Eusebio, if you will. Semifinals in 1966. Portugal hasn't done shit until Cristiano Ronaldo arrived on the scene. And to see him go out like this today truly broke my heart. I wish I could just talk to him and just be like, yo, I love you, dude. But like I always say, It is what it was. It be what it be. If she didn't go, that's the way she goes. And she didn't go today for Portugal. She did not go at all. And yeah, I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I'm all the emotions. Everything you want to say, every single term you want to use for somebody being upset, I am that. Ronaldo deserves better. The team did not play well enough to win a World Cup. They just didn't. But Cristiano deserves better. And I hope he's at the next Euro Cup. I hope he's at the next World Cup. Because it is indeed in Portugal, Morocco, and Spain, I believe. How is Ronaldo not going to be there? He's going to find a way to do something. Or be involved in the team in some sort of way. But regardless of that, it is what it is. It be what it be. Portugal eliminated in round of 16 against España. A game where they could have won for sure. If they just played for the badge more so than individually. And I hope that's the wrong narrative to look at it, but based off their tournament and based off their performances in this tournament, it looks like a bunch of individual guys trying to be the guy. And this is what I was saying about Argentina, where that entire Argentina roster plays for Messi. I don't know if a lot of the Portugal team plays for Ronaldo. I don't know if it's a jealousy thing. I don't know if it's a hatred thing. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like Portugal did not play as a team. They look so disconnected. Minus the game against Uzbekistan. That was the only game where they looked like, fuck me, they're unreal. Other than that, they were pissed. Shout out Ronaldo, 41 years old. 3 goals this World Cup. I hope he's back for at least the Euro Cup. Nations League. And I will put the soft guarantee that Cristiano Ronaldo will be at the 2030 World Cup. Whether that's as a player coach, or just on the bench and not even see the daylight of pitch. Ronaldo will be there. I still feel deep down he's not done yet. And that frightens me because I don't know him personally. And I don't know where he's at. He's a dad now. He has kids. He has 5 kids. Like, what else does he have to do to still play football? But I can almost guarantee, I'll put the 50 guarantee on it that Ronaldo will be there next World Cup. Portugal lose. Spain goes on to play Belgium. If Portugal got by Spain today, they're going to work Belgium. And then who would have known what had happened against France? Or Morocco, the team that knocked them out last World Cup. It is what it was. It be what it be. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. She didn't go. It's the way she goes. Portugal, she didn't go. It's sad, man. It's sad, but you can never tell me otherwise that Cristiano Ronaldo is not the greatest football player of all time. World Cup or not. Ronaldo's the GOAT, man. See, indeed. Man, I'm upset. But we still have some great games. The World Cup's not done yet. For me, it's done. For me, the World Cup's done. At this point, I don't care who wins the World Cup. Once Ronaldo gets kicked out of the World Cup, to me, the World Cup's done. Obviously, I'm still going to watch. Throw my opinions on here about the next games coming up, but yeah, man, it's the way she goes. Shout out Cristiano Ronaldo, man. Fucking love that guy so much. And I'm so upset that they are out. And they're going home. That's crazy. I'm in shock. Ciao.